Hello there, pumpkin. You know there's an ETF coming, right? And today we're going to speak about why the ETF is a Trojan horse. All right, I'm going to type the name out here. If you're listening, friends, please have a look at this word. Do you see this word here? It will now be called Blackberry. That's right. It ain't this word. It's going to be Blackberry for this video because I want you to learn. But we ain't going to get flagged, friends. So have a look at this. Now, Blackberry has an interesting history because the founder, the owner, the dude, Lazza, all right, you know who Lazza is, this dude right here. He's got a long history and it's a Trojan horse. A Trojan horse is a horse you think that's a gift. It comes into the city and then everyone comes out and they've infected everybody with brown, crumpled slippers. And they have glasses of water. Unfortunately, you come drink the water, completely room temperature, no ice cubes anywhere. This is why it's important. Before we see where Blackberry might scam all the retailers, we got to know, is this person of the light or are they of the smelly fart, otherwise known as the dark? I think Lazza is a bit of a smelly fart. So look at this. During 2008 GFC, the government called one lizard man to sort out the toxic debt. His name was Lazza. You see this word? Lazza got the call from the government and from the US Fed. Lazza was also called in the zombie virus. All right. So just to let you know, friend, during the zombie virus, when we went down, everything was in turmoil because bonds went down. And this is the price here. So I know I have a monthly. Let's put it on weekly. So this was it right now. This was the zombie virus. These are the price of bonds, friends. So as the price of the bond went down, because the bond is so low, the yield you have to pay is huge. So the yield became enormous. Now, I don't know the exact yield, but maybe they went to like 10% here. So effectively, if the yield stayed here, it bankrupts everybody. So it needed, the US Fed needed somebody to come in and execute and push them back up with the stimulating and the demand, you know, and they did. They called our friend Lazza. Lazza was the man. But now, Lazza wants to do a Bitcoin ETF with Blackberry. So the Bitcoin ETF is coming in and everybody believes that Lazza is going to bring trillions of dollars to come and buy the top of our bags. But what people don't know is it's possible that Blackberry just causes the final exit pump. I don't know how it's exactly going to play out. Nobody does. But I'm just warning you, this is not the time to be complacent. Because we can see the dark clouds forming in the future, the dark smelly farts, you got to be more aggressive now. At least you have a friend like me who helps you, like, subscribe, bell button, all. At least I'm here to tell you that there are dark clouds in the future. All right, I'm going to do some rainy thunderstorms. Here we go. Over here, okay, friends? There will be rain and thunder in the future. I don't know, is the rain going to be at Bitcoin 60K, 80K, 100, 120, 180, 200? I don't know. But I'll tell you right now, you got to prepare for the downside. You already know this. So Lazza was called before. And it's important, right? Retailers really think they're going to front run the $120,000 buyers. Everybody's got a $120,000 target. But what have I told you? I've told you that if everybody's target is $120,000, okay, then nobody buys $100,000. Nobody buys $90,000. Barely anybody buys $80,000. It might be there. So this is what happened in 2021. I already told you this, okay? So if everybody wants to sell at $100,000, no one's buying at 90, 80, 70, 60, okay? You barely had people just selling here. This was the top. This was the top. Do you understand? Retailers, aka what people unfortunately call the dumb money, the retail money, the hype money, the emotional money, they only come in when there's a 2x to 3x in them. It's called irrational exuberance. So they are literally in not because of the fundamentals, not because of any network adoption numbers. They're in just because it's going up. And they're buying the top, okay? So this is what it is. That's what it means for them to buy the top. They're literally buying for no other reason than it's gone up. And they're trying to make a quick buck. So now we have even this information here, right? So Lazza, okay? Lazza consulting with the government when they had toxic debt. He is the man to call. This goes back to GFC. So they did him in GFC, and they did him during the zombie virus, friends, and even the JP Morganers, right? All of them call him, and they're asking, and they're gallivanting out there. They're checking out what's going on. This is all cause for concern. You wonder, why is this dude who called Bitcoin a money laundering index, why is he now going, we're the future? Something is happening on the horizon, all right? Governments, friends, I know they trick you to make you think they're stupid, but they're not stupid. Have you noticed how governments are perpetually stupid, yet they are perpetually in power? You ever noticed that? Maybe we're the stupid ones. You ever thought about that? Like, we've been hearing about governments being stupid for, what, like 60, 70 years? But they're still in there. So who's the stupid ones? Maybe we're the poopy heads for believing their narrative that they're just incompetent. I don't think they're just incompetent. I think saying you're incompetent is just the perfect excuse for people to get riled up and then move on with their lives. So it is very important to know this, right? When the US economy is in trouble, they call our boy Lazza, the lizard man Lazza, okay? So Lizzie Lazza, literally the lizard man, he gets called. So you might say, but the US economy, yeah, it's a bit cracking maybe, but it's not in trouble right now. Not so fast. They know the truth. They know that they can't pay off the interest and the principal of all the debt. They know the US dollar is going down. They know the M2 money supply is hyperinflating, friends. They're not stupid. They know the M2 stock is going through the roof. You see this? Yes, they're not stupid. They know this hockey stick. So what actually is going on? Well, they're preparing for the next step. The CBDCs. They need to usher in the CBDCs. But they can't get me and you to put on our fluffy slippers, walk outside, and salute the CBDC lords. We can't do that. They need a crisis. This is why governments have always said, never let a good crisis go to waste. Ever, ever, ever. Always use a crisis. What does that mean? It means when people are in moments of fear, they'll do anything just to eradicate it. Okay? So, in the GFC, Lazza was buying up the bonds and he was propping up the Ponzi for them. He was the executioner. Okay, so they print the currency and then he will bid the market. He was their instructional man. So he was the one who put everything together. So he's the actual guy. You know when they print money? Well, his fund can actually go Blackberry. You know, I'm talking about Blackberry. Blackberry can go and actually influence the market and calm things down. He's literally the fire extinguisher, dude. And I have this information here just to let you know, friends. Like, this information here, okay? So, yes, we got a Blackberry. I got to love those berries. You know what I'm saying? Right? So, look at this. So, don't forget. Lazza, Blackberry, they are the executioner. All right? And here is a knife to signify, yes, they're the ones who do it. So, what they do is, this is what they've actually done, okay? They have unlimited social credit, and they dictate the rules. And how do they do this, okay? So this is interesting what they do, okay? They automatically funnel customer ETF funds and everybody's DCA buying every week with their paycheck, you know, their 401k. In Australia, it's called superannuation. He gets to control which companies get a bit of the allocation. He is the tap. And what he does, he funnels money to ESG-approved companies. Ones that they believe are doing the right thing for the righteous ones. Now, you might say, what do you mean doing the right thing? Well, it's, you know, it's different agendas, different politics. Well, we're not going to speak about that. Who cares? It's just a reflection of our times. Any political agenda you see thrown in your face on television, they are behind it. They're the ones fueling these companies. These companies will never go down. They're never going to go bankrupt, right? You know what it would be like? It would be like, imagine me and you had a Binance account. And every time you bought Bitcoin, let's say every time you put $1 million of Bitcoin, Binance was taking your money, taking $10,000, and then they were going and buying like their own coin, BNB. It would be the exact same thing. And you don't notice this because it says on the system you own Bitcoin and you're part of the index and you don't really know what's going on. But in the background, they are slowly throwing breadcrumbs into the companies. And we're talking about trillions of dollars coming in here. So just allocating a few basis points can go a long way. It doesn't take much to bribe anybody, okay? So these ESG bags, the S in ESG stands for social. So social can mean anything, right? For example, if you tell somebody you're a poopy head and you're smelly, somebody could say to you, wow, that is socially negative. I'm going to give you a minus 99 credit rating on your minus 99%. That's very bad socially. You see how subjective it is? We have to write these laws. So it's very hard to measure this. That's why they can make the rules. They decide what's social. They can make the parameters. And this is why, ultimately, this guy coming into Bitcoin is not the $1 trillion Bitcoin price. It's a Trojan horse, friends. It's a Trojan horse in one way or another. Yes, we take the money today. People are going to regret it in the future. And I have a wonderful, wonderful comment from Mr. Sins. Look what Mr. Sin says. So Mr. Sin says, I wouldn't know as I'm a peanut brain, but it seems like Lazza might have been given the phone call again. And that's exactly right. Do you think a dude with $9 trillion woke up one day after tugging himself saying, wow, look at this Bitcoin thing. Wow, I want to get in. You got to be smoking some real strong illicit substances if you honestly think this dude woke up one day and said, oh my God, wow, yes, this is just, let me just insert trillions of dollars to these cypherpunk dudes who say they want to take on the US government. Okay? This is not how you go to war. Some might say this is the perfect strategy to penetrate the system, no pun intended, to penetrate us from behind because they come in as literally friends. That's why I told you it is literally a Trojan horse. So Lazza coming in saying, wow, Blackberry's got trillions of dollars. We're going to come and do the Bitcoin ETF for you guys with Blackberry. All you got to do is just accept us in your heart. And what's everybody going to do? They're going to accept it, you know? So just to remind you all, because you're a baby doll pumpkin and you're a blueberry pie and you drink cold sparkly water, you might ask, how does anybody lose if the price goes up? But this is where now we're going further into the future and now we don't know exactly how. So don't cling on to what I'm about to say specifically, but it's a general trend, okay? So if you want to amass power, you can't grab all the power right now. They already tried. They already tried sending crypto down to zero, all right? Soy Bankman-Fried, Do Kwon, they did the manipulation. They took down UST. All this Ponzi destruction. They tried to send us to zero. We're still here. We bounced. Okay, now they're in, okay, let's go to the next step in the war room, all right? So the next step in the war room is they got to pull out the big guns. How do you pull out the big guns? Well, they can't ban everything, right? They can't. They can try, but they know they can't. So to ban, you need political will. You need the people to get hurt. Crypto, as big as it is, did not have critical mass yet, okay? We don't have the innocent mums and dads. Yes, there were unfortunate souls in BlockFi, Voyager, Celsius, yes, all of those. The hucksters, scamsters, there were a lot of innocent, unfortunate people there, but we did not hit critical mass. Critical mass will be the Blackberry, if you get me, ETF, okay? Why? Once you start getting mum and dad, okay, you start getting innocent teachers, nurses, firemen, bricklayers, plumbers. Once they start buying into this crap, now you have them by the ovaries and their balls at the same time. Now, if there's a dump, and I'm not saying there will, but if we go down with the ship, you know, all those unfortunate people who bought, they are going to be protesting outside of the government. They're going to say, get rid of these Bitcoin scammers, give us CBDCs, give us a stimulus. We don't want to do any of this cryptocurrency trash. How dare you let them in Congress or have a political or power affiliation ever again? Get rid of them. We're never going to vote for any politician who wants anything to do with this. And once that happens, friends, they hand over all the power. You know this. How can you go out and tell these people to hodl when you yourself, as a Bitcoin maxi and Ethereum maxi, you're going to be feeling the pinch? That's why I said, friends, I'm looking at this chart and I know it's disgusting. I don't want it to be here. I want Bitcoin to go to 180K and to like funnel up the top and do the big triangle. But if they stop it in the scam zone and then they bring it back down, you got to think about the pain, okay? They are going to dress up so bad of a narrative. Like even if it's like February 2026, you got to go back here, man. It's going to be 1,800 days. It's going to be 5 to 6 years Bitcoin has added no value, okay? For a thing that's literally only got one technology feature, which is called number go up, this will be so devastating. People will come for the Bitcoin maxi next if this happens, right? Because they lied. They lied to you. They said we're going to go higher. They said Bitcoin has no top because the US dollar has no bottom. All these garbage narratives, we're very at risk of them falling apart. So I still give this only, it's not 100% chance, friends. It's only 70% chance, okay? There is still a 30% chance something changes, okay? And they basically kick the can down the road and they do it later on. I don't know. I pray the 30% chance happens. But at the end of the day, you already know, right? You don't know the probability. I don't either. All that matters is, I'm going to ask you a question. If you see Bitcoin at 75,000 and then you see Jim Cramer call for 300,000 and then you see Laser Eyes come out and you see Peter Schiff's son saying I'm FOMO buying back in and you're seeing all these turbo euphoric signals, you look to your left and right, no one's got any pants on. I want to ask you what you're going to do because I don't know what the future holds, but I'll tell you right now, if you do nothing and you see that with me, you will regret it because that means you know you are truly in a position of weakness. But luckily for you, we have our friendship from now until the end and there'll never be an end, friends. We're buying in the depression so we can sit back, relax, and remember, we'll always have our friendship and we've won the game already. We just got to buy and hodl. Like, subscribe, bell button on. I'm going to catch you in the next one.